What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with Let's Get Into the Blogs. Now, I don't know what number this is. I think it's 112. And this is going to be the hot topics for the week of December the 9th through the 15th, you guys. Can you guys believe that Christmas is like, what, I think 2 weeks away now? Or is it a week away? It's 2 weeks away. But yeah, you guys, Christmas is right around the corner, and then we are starting a brand new year. So, yeah, before we go ahead and get into these topics, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and also by turning on your post notifications, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and just let's get into the blogs, shall we, you guys? All right, you guys, so this week I don't think I have a whole lot to talk about, but so I don't know how long we're necessarily going to be on this video today, but we'll definitely be here. So I think the first thing that I want to talk about is something that actually happened, like, I think last week, but since I didn't do Let's Get Into the Blogs last week, we're doing it this week. The saga of Tamar, Tamar, Tommy, and JR, you guys. My friend and I had a conversation about this. We had a conversation about it after, she didn't know about it, and I was like, "Did you see that stuff that happened with JR and Tommy and Tamar?" She was like, "No, I didn't see it." Child, what the hell? Tamar. The one thing that I will say is Tamar was, when she was on stage and she was singing, talking about she ain't finna lose her man to a crackhead. Girl, I would rather, because you look stupid and you look foolish, to be quite honest with you. Talking about that's a good man, Savannah. That's a good man. That is not a good man, Savannah. And Tommy came out and let you know, Savannah, that ain't a good man. When I tell you, the way that Tommy literally embarrassed Tamar, there's nothing JR could say to me or do. You know what I'm saying? Because that is embarrassment. That is embarrassing as hell. So JR, you remember, you guys, that JR and Tommy, not JR and Tommy, JR and Tamar it's too many T's in this at this point. JR and Tamar have broke up, right? And remember, Tamar has been doing this sold out concert. And with the concert, remember, she had invited Krishan out. Still don't understand why she invited Krishan out. And remember the situation that happened with Tamar and her backup singer, James Wright Chanel, I believe that's his name, the Patty Pie guy. And I just saw where the guy who initially did the video, he's spoken out against Tamar. So I guess now he's into some beef with Tamar. It's like, damn, Tamar, girl, you can't win for losing, can you? Like, I just don't know what it is with Kim. I mean, not Kim, Tamar. Thinking about Kim Zolciak, because she's in my list as well. So, remember, at that time, Tony, damn it, I want to say Tony so badly. At that time, Tommy went, I believe it was like under the Shade Room, or was it Baller Alert? It's one of those big blogs, right? Where she went under the comments section and basically was saying that, alluding that Tamar was using Krishan for clout, right? And so that sparked a whole little social media beef between Tommy and Tamar. And then after that, I think it was that same week, if I'm not mistaken, where there was a basketball game and JR and Tommy were at the game together. Now I want to say something to Tommy real quick. Mama. You ain't the brightest bulb in the box, because you said that the point from you where you knew that you need to stop this was when JR paid for the Waldorf historian and points. Ma'am. Do you not know how the point system works when it goes loyalty points, how that shit works? That means he goes to that hotel frequently enough that he has racked up enough points that he can get a room free for the night. Tommy is a dumbass. Period. Point blank. Nothing else to it. Now, Tommy, you didn't make yourself look good in this situation either, because you said that you went into the man's DMs and you went into his DMs, told him how he looked good in them suits, and then he DM'd you back. JR, you fucked up as well, because you know that at this current time, Tamar and Tommy are going back and forth with each other. So why would you invite her anywhere? I don't care how you feel about your ex. I'm just not gonna do no shit like that. Me personally wouldn't do it. It's tacky as hell. Is what it is. It's very tacky. So then, Tommy continued to go on talking about she let him eat her ASS. I was like, ma'am, I don't think that everybody asked for that, but okie doke. Like, that is just a little bit too much information for me. I didn't want to hear that. I didn't want to know that. I still don't want to know that. And it was when she said those things. It wasn't even the fact that he ate her ASS. It was when she said that she DM'd him and he DM'd her back, and it was like, why would you do that? Again, you know that she's going back and forth with Tamar. Tamar is your ex-fiance. JR ain't shit. JR literally looks like Colonel Sanders. JR literally looks like Colonel Sanders to me. And so Tamar, you still with this man, and I still, for the life of me, don't understand why you with him. For me personally, it would be a no. Like I would once Tommy did her video. Speaking of which, that video, girl, what was up with them eyebrows? I was so confused by her eyebrows. I just kept looking at them and like, something's off with these eyebrows, and they were just bothering the fuck out of me. Literally bothering my spirit, right? But when all that came out, and I know he made a long post on his, I believe it might have been his Instagram story. It would have been at that point I would have told him, you know what, JR, it's okay that you dated other people while we broken up, but you literally went with somebody that I'm having a feud with, a beef with, and you got with her. You took her on a date. Her words, ate her ASS. I'd be like, you know what, JR, we're good. I don't want to be with you. I thought that, I made a mistake by, no, actually, let Tommy tell it. He said he broke up with Tamar, put Tamar out, and Tamar went back to her mama's house. Why would you want to be with somebody like that? Why would you want to be with a person like that? I just don't understand. It's not for me to understand. Maybe it's not for me to understand. But hey, let me know what you guys thought about that. I thought it was. And then the fact that Tommy was like, me and my boyfriend, we just over here laughing. Wait a minute, man. Pump the brakes. You got a boyfriend, but you was with him? Yeah. Okay. I guess, ma'am, if that's what you want to say, it's very weird. But yeah, you guys, please tell me your thoughts and opinions about this in the comment section below, you guys. And we'll pause here and we'll move on to the next story. All right, you guys. The next story up we'll talk about is going to be the situation with, where do I want to go? Jonathan Majors, you guys. I don't know what is going on with Jonathan Majors. I know his attorneys they got to be in a tailspin at this point, right? They have to be in a tailspin because this case, for me, looking from the outside in, I don't see nothing good coming from it, to be quite honest with you, because what the hell? What the hell? Now, you guys know that Jonathan Majors, He has this court case, right, against the alleged abuse against his ex-girlfriend, right? We haven't really heard much here lately. The last thing that I talked about was when they had revealed those text messages from her where she, they revealed those text messages, but at the same time, they didn't charge her with anything. He's still the one that's being charged with everything. And in those text messages, it was alluding to the fact that she had attacked him. But again, no charges were pressed against her. The charges are still pressed against him, and he's still going to court. Speaking of which, him and Megan Good, they were in court this week, right? And I still think that this relationship is nothing but a publicity stunt, because that's really all it gives to me is publicity. But there was an audio clip that came out this week, and there was an actual video that came out. No audio with the video. Now the video, you see, I was looking at that video kind of confused what was going on, because at one point in the video, you see them, I don't know if I guess they were taking a ride share, right? And it looked like a big SUV. And it looked like he was trying to shove the woman into the van, into the SUV. But then you see them running down the street, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Again, like I said, there's no audio. It's just images of them in action. So you really don't know what's going on. It kind of is left up to your interpretation. And I don't know if this is being used in court, because if it is, again, like I said, I know his lawyers have to be going through some kind of a tailspin, because this doesn't look, again, like I said, this don't look good. It literally don't look good to me. Again, like I said, I was confused by that video. Then was what I think was the weirdest thing that I really heard this week from Jonathan Majors was that audio of him talking to the girl. So I'm assuming that the girl must have went out for the night, and she came in late or early in the morning. And now in that audio, he did mention his temper. He definitely 100% mentioned his temper, and I caught that. I caught that he mentioned his temper. And so, what else happened in that audio? He mentioned his temper, and he was talking about, I thought it was very odd the way he kept talking about Coretta Scott and Michelle Obama. I was like, what's the correlation between the two women? I was really confused about what's the correlation between them, because I truly didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. Like, no part of me understood what the hell he was talking about when it came down to Coretta Scott and Michelle Obama. I was just like, and he was talking, I don't know, I'm gonna play it for you guys so you guys can kind of hear it, because I'm still stuck on it. Actually, let's see if, I didn't even realize that this woman, so she has an accent, and I heard that. So I'm gonna read you guys what TMZ says. It says, Jonathan Majors, now infamous Coretta Scott King / Michelle Obama rant, which was described in court, can be heard for the first time in audio, and it's interesting. Audio of Majors berating ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari about how she needed to be more like King and Obama in their own relationship has been released in the massive evidence dump that came out on Wednesday. And like we said, this is one for the ages. It really is. Let's see if they have a quote about it. So yeah, that's what it is. She had went out for the night with her friends, and something he seems to think can potentially make him look bad considering his high-profile image and his status as an A-list star. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. He tells her that he needs her to take into account He tells her that she needs to take into account they are a unit and think about how Coretta and Michelle stood by their men and how they carry themselves. Another notable line that Major drops here, that he's a great man, which he repeats. Jabari can be heard sniffling during the lecture, and she apologizes throughout as well. Of course, she was also apparently secretly recording Majors. Absolutely. The revelation of this argument certainly didn't do Majors any favors last week, but now that it's out there in the public for all to hear, hard to say if it helps or hurts him big picture. Exactly. I don't know if this helps that man. I don't know if this helps that man or if it hurts him. Because like I said, it's very interesting to me to hear it. Like, it's so odd. It's very, very odd. But let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions about this in the comment section below, you guys, and we'll pause here and move to the next. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about where do we want to go next? I guess we'll do Cardi B and Offset, you guys. Now, this is very interesting because I didn't know that these two had broken up. And I did just recently see that Offset was, now, I don't know if he was with this woman or not, but there was a young lady I saw. I don't forget which blog I saw it on, but there was a young lady, I guess she was out of the club, and they said that Offset was with her. Now, I don't know that to be true or not because I never saw him and I didn't even look at the live to see if it, because what it is you see the young lady and someone is holding her phone and while she's on the live. So I don't necessarily know if that is him recording or not. But currently, Cardi B and Offset, they have split up, right? And this isn't the first time. I don't even think this is the second time that they split up. Now, last week is interesting because there was, I don't know how it happened, but I did see it where it was being reported by Blueface, that is, that allegedly Krishan and Offset had messed around. I don't know how true that is, but take that with a grain of salt. And then I remember in the comments section of one of the blogs, his weird ass mama was in the comment section and saying, Blueface don't lie. Ma'am, your son does lie. 100% your son lies. Now, I'm gonna read this right here. So it says, Cardi B isn't taking it anymore. The rapper took to social media to slam her estranged husband Offset following their split and infidelity accusations. She tweeted at Offset, "You a bitch ass nigga, and trust me, I'ma fucking take it there." She tweeted on Friday. The WAP's rapper teased in a second tweet that the truth of the split may come to light one day amid rumors that he cheated on her with Krishan Rock. It also says here, this motherfucker really like to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable time, when I'm not the most confident. He liked to play games with me because he knows I'm not an easy girl, Cardi said in a live, according to a video captured by the Neighborhood Talk. The Hustler star 31 also emphasized how she's really been sparing her ex 32, but didn't go into detail about why or how. You really been fucking feeling yourself, you bitch ass nigga, with your bitch ass albums and shit. And you really been fucking doing me dirty after so many fucking years that I motherfucking helped your ass. Not even a fucking thank you, but I did give your bitch ass no, she said, what she say? Not even a fucking thank you that I did get from your bitch ass, she shouted while seemingly crying. She ended the video by expressing how tired she was from the drama. 1 week ago, Cardi confirmed via Instagram Live that the two had split after 6 years of marriage. She said, quote, "I've been single for a minute now," she said at that time. "I just don't know how to tell the world." Cardi also said she doesn't think Offset cheated on her with Rock, but also does not care to find out. "I want to start 2024 fresh and open," she explained. I'm curious for a new life, a new beginning. I'm excited. Meanwhile, Offset has not addressed the breakup. I would imagine he won't. Fans speculate that the I Like It rapper and the Migos member have broken up after they unfollowed each other on social media last week, shortly after Rock's ex-boyfriend Blueface accused her of cheating on him with Offset. Now, let me, I don't know why people take so much stock in following people on social media. It's not something that I particularly care about. You know what I'm saying? If I unfollow somebody, it just means I just don't want to see what you're posting. Doesn't mean that we're not, even with my friends, my family, it don't mean that I'm not, I don't love you. It just means you probably posting some shit that I was tired of looking at, quite honestly. And that's how I use social media. Now, like I said, this isn't the first time, and I don't, honestly, I hate to say it, but I don't think it's going to be the last time that because you guys know with Cardi and Offset, they break up, they get back together. It's kind of a toxic cycle, if we're being honest with one another. It's a little bit of a toxic cycle. Um, yeah. Do I believe that Offset messed with Krishan? Not really. Like I said, although his mama want to sit there and say that Offset doesn't lie, ma'am, your son does lie. He absolutely lies. Like, let's keep that real with each other. Your son lies. Um, what else? Yeah, he definitely lies. 100% he lies. And then, like I said, do I believe that Offset slept with Krishan? Not really. Not really. No, I don't think that. I don't believe that at all. I think that that is Blueface's way of trying to drum up some drama for him and Krishan. I also feel like that's a way for him to, let's be real, I think that's a way for him to try to say, oh, that baby might not be my baby. I can definitely see that. So, yeah, do I believe that? I take it with a grain of salt because it comes from Blueface. And Blueface hasn't presented, to my knowledge, Blueface hasn't presented any kind of, anything that would prove that Krishan actually slept with, you know, Offset. He ain't proved anything, so I don't necessarily believe it. If you guys believe it, please let me know what you guys think about it. This situation down in the comment section below, you guys. But yeah, I don't believe it. If it comes out that he did sleep with her, then that's a different story. I don't even know if Krishan has. I don't know if she's addressed it. Let me say this real quick. Going into 2024, can we please leave them in this year? Like, I really would love it if the blogs would stop posting about Blueface and Krishan because I think that they get a kick out of the fact that the blogs do post them so much and it gives them, some notoriety, some credibility. It gives them some self satisfaction. Even like I said, even his weird ass mama, I think that the whole family just gets off on it. And if the blogs would just kindly stop posting them, all would be good. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I know that the blogs do what they do to get clicks, views, and money, and it is what it is. But for me personally, I don't want to see it. I need to find a way to be able to, like, how do you? I know on Twitter you can mute things, right? You can mute things that you don't want to see on your timeline. Can Instagram come up with that kind of, or let me know if they do have that kind of feature, because this, these particular people right here, I would prefer to never see them ever again. Like, I want to block them from my memory. Like, I don't like the fact that I have to see Blueface, his mama, Krishan, and Stewie on my damn timeline anytime they do something. Oh, Jesus. Mm-mm-mm. That's it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and we'll pause here and we'll move forward. Next up, you guys, Draymond Green. Hmm. Draymond Green, sir, I think you need to go to anger management because you are a little on the unhinged side, sir. You just got in trouble, what, a few weeks ago for having a little bit of a tussle at a game. And then this week, or was it last week? Whenever it happened, you turn around and just haul off and punch the fuck out of somebody. And that was a clear flagrant foul because that man was behind you and you, boom, turned around and hit him. So currently, Draymond Green is suspended indefinitely. I saw a lot of people in the comment section. I forget again. I don't ever remember which blog I be looking. I need to take that down. Which blog I be looking at. But I saw a lot of people. One person more in specific, Megan James from Basketball Wives or Orlando. She was asking, does this mean that he is, you know, fired or what? But let's see if they have anything about his suspension. The Warriors tolerated, so this is from the Washington Post. It says the Warriors tolerated Draymond Green's fire. Now a dynasty burns. And that's exactly true. They have dealt with this for quite some time. They've definitely dealt with this. I think, hold on, I don't want to read this article. I want to, because yeah, he just recently got into it with like, okay, so here it goes. This comes from where is this website I'm on? SI. So it said NBA Insider predicts Warriors Draymond Green suspension length. As speculation continues to swirl surrounding Draymond Green's return, a potential timeline for the Warriors start to rejoin the team has emerged on the heels of his indefinite suspension. Green, who was suspended on Wednesday, is expected to miss extended time through ESPN's Adrian, I cannot pronounce that last name, predicted on Friday. There's a chance he could return to the Warriors January 1st. That ain't long enough. I'm sorry. Let's just be real. January 1st, that's literally a few weeks away. That's not a long time for him to be. He needs to really be held accountable for his actions. This is something that has been tolerated for quite some time when it comes to Draymond, right? But it says there's a chance he could return to the Warriors on January 1st. If so, the forward would miss 9 games from the date of his suspension, placing him on track to play January 2nd against the Magic at Chase Center. I really think that, yes, 9 games is a lot, but I really think that it should be longer. He should have to go to anger management, go to counseling, something to figure out, to get to the root issues of his anger. My personal opinions. This is a quote. It says, I think there's an expectation that you probably wouldn't see Draymond until probably at least the first of the year. Said, I cannot pronounce that last name, and I don't watch NBA Countdown. And that's assuming things go as they hope they do. And Green meets the benchmark. Certainly, they are going to be there. Let me repeat that. And that's assuming things go as they hope they do. And Green meets the benchmarks, certainly, that are going to be put in front of him. In regards to the length of Green's suspension, this host cited the 5-game penalty he received in mid-November for choking Timberwolves center Rudy Gobert as a benchmark, noting he believes the discipline could ultimately take him, if not double that, maybe just inside of it. Although it remains to be seen how things play out, the clarities on the next steps for Green's less than a day after ESPN reported the 33-year-old would have to meet a certain league and team conditions before he can resume playing. Did they explain what those requirements were? So the NBA's punishment for the 4-time champion followed his 3rd ejection this season in an incident where Green punched punched that guy, I can't even pronounce his name, in the face while jousting to gain offensive position. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to read this article. But Let me see if, because I don't know if it necessarily has a link to what the league wants, what the requirements are that the league wants him to meet. So Green, it says Green will be required to meet certain league before he can. The decision to suspend comes less than a month. It doesn't necessarily say what they expect of him to do. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily say. Damn. Let me read this part, you guys. So, what's the financial impact of Green's suspension? It says it depends on how many games Green was re-signed to. A 4-year, $100 million contract with a player option in the final season this summer ultimately has to sit out. According to ESPN's Bobby Marks, Green will lose $153,941 per game if he is suspended for fewer than 20 games. But if it is more than 20 games, he'll lose $202,922 per game. With Green's sideline, the team will save on its luxury tax bill. At the very minimum, Golden State will save $519,555 towards the tax for every game Green is suspended. According to that, is a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of money. But yeah, like I said, for me with Draymond, I don't. Again, it doesn't necessarily say what those requirements are, but bro, man needs to go to anger management. Something. He needs to go somewhere to figure out, like, nigga, why do you keep punching people in the fucking face? You choke one nigga out, you punch another, like you choke punch. I'm sorry. Me personally, Draymond, yeah, the nigga is 6'6", but we gonna be scrapping. You not finna. First of all, you're not finna just sit there and just punch the shit out of me, nigga. We finna bob and weave in this bitch. Like we finna swing it. We finna be snucking and bucking. We finna be busting. We finna be throwing them bows in this bitch because, sir, you have to learn to keep your hands to yourself. What is so hard about keeping your hands to yourself? At 33 years old, I would think you would know to keep. I know you fucking lying. Draymond is, we were born in the same place. Draymond is from Saginaw, Michigan, and I was born in Saginaw, Michigan. Isn't that interesting? I never knew that. I never knew that until today. But yeah, you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on Draymond in the comment section below, you guys, and we'll pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So next up is not really Real Housewives of Atlanta talk, but it involves, I guess you would say, a current cast member, because we still don't know who the cast is going to be for the next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. We still don't know when they're going to film for Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I guess we can call Kenya a current cast member of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, she was at BravoCon, so we can still say she's a current cast member of Real Housewives of Atlanta. But you guys, and some really, really good news for Kenya, and I'm really happy. I am happy for Kenya. She is officially divorced from Mark, you guys. Thank God, because you guys know that that divorce has drug on for quite some time. I know at one point in the divorce proceedings, Mark wanted, her house, which she had that house before he came into the picture. They were fighting over Brooklyn and, her having Brooklyn on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And you guys remember he was shopping around a reality show and he wanted Brooklyn on the show. It was so much stuff with them. But as of this week, Kenya and Mark are officially divorced. After 3 years of litigation and court appearances, the two are parting ways. After more than 3 years of litigation, I have finally been granted a divorce, Moore told People. I want to thank everyone who prayed for and uplifted me when I needed it the most. She continued, I'm excited for this next chapter in my life, being the best mom I can be for my daughter Brooklyn. As a hopeless romantic, I still believe my forever person exists, and I know I'll have my happily ever after ending after all. Recently, Moore told Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live that she considers her divorce from Mark Daly the longest divorce since the filing in May 2021. No, I don't think her divorce isn't the longest. It's a basketball wife that had the longest divorce, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Malaysia. It was Malaysia or some. It's a basketball wife. I don't remember who it was. It's a basketball wife that had the longest divorce. I think I can't be remember. I can't remember. But no, her divorce is the longest, but it's up there. And so, since she also mentioned that she and her estranged husband, Martin Daly, unfortunately had not signed a prenuptial agreement before tying the knot. Oh, God. E, 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 e. I know he was talking about how much money she makes in comparison to him. I think he was saying he makes like $5,000 a month, and he was talking about how much she makes from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I feel like that's a ploy for him to get out of paying child support. No, sir. I hope the courts don't do that. Just because she makes more money than you, that ain't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China, sir. That is your child that you share with her. So, yes, the mother can take care of her by herself, but you're the father, and you chip in on taking care of your damn responsibilities. Like, no, no, no. We ain't finna play that game, Mark. Definitely not gonna play that game. But yeah, congratulations to Kenya. I am happy for Kenya that she can finally breathe a sigh of relief and move on with her life and be, like she said, be the best mother she can to be to Brooklyn, which I think she is a fantastic mother to Brooklyn from what we see on the show. I think she is absolutely amazing to her daughter. So I wish Kenya nothing but the best when it comes to, what's next in her life. And she's right, I do feel that her forever person is out there. She just had, you got to find them. And hell, maybe her forever person is her daughter. Who knows? I don't know. But like I said, I'm happy for her. I'm wishing her nothing but the best, you guys. And the next story, you guys, with Real Housewives of Atlanta is Kim and Croy, you guys. I want these two to go the fuck away from me because I am so tired of Kim and Croy. And Kim does, I realize at this point, Kim is desperate for money because remember, we recently talked about the fact that she said that Brielle was pregnant, right? But then I also saw either this week or last week where she put up that another sonogram trying to say she was pregnant. I was like, now Kim, girl, I know that them bills were piling up. I know, I get it. Times are hard, right? But ma'am, go away from us with this shit. Like, Kim, girl, you gotta stop. Why? You really, really, really gotta stop, ma'am. You have got to stop it, sis. We don't want you. We don't like you. I know that she is also going to be on the second season of The Surreal Life. Now, again, I don't know how much The Surreal Life pays, but hopefully it's enough. I doubt it's enough to. It must not be enough that she's doing all these little stunts to try to get, money. Now, the latest thing is Kim and Croy. You guys know that I wish that the judge would tell them to move, one of them to move out that fucking house. Because one week, the kids are calling the cops. So it says here, Kim Zolciak and Corey Bierman got into an explosive fight, and one of the children had to, not again, one of the kids had to intervene. This is a problem when the kids have to intervene. According to a police report obtained by Us Weekly, one of the estranged couple's kids called the authorities for a verbal domestic disturbance on, no, oh, this is from November 20th. Oh, so I think we just saw the dash cam, but I'm not the dash cam, but the body cam footage of that cop. I really want the judge just to order them to move out that house at this point. Like, they really need to order that because this is toxic and it's not healthy it's not healthy for Kim and Croy, and it's not healthy for the kids. I know that age old saying is it's cheaper to keep her, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case, like I said, with this situation. I think it's just going to be best that they go their separate ways. Now, can they afford it? Probably not. But let's listen to this video, you guys.
Ability to solve problems.
Okay.
We're addressing
Okay, what started the argument?
her inability to solve problems.
Her inability to solve problems.
Come over here.
Corey's a little animated in this clip.
Away from her. I don't want her to start screaming at you. And
Also, they were outside at the time of this incident.
It's all a bunch of
Oh, poor Croy. That man don't.
everything she does.
Croy don't even look like himself, like from when we first saw him.
I'm not going to do this because this right here does nothing but fuel her. I'm not doing this.
I don't mean to laugh.
This is
There is a lot of stuff in their garage and boxes.
You shouldn't even be here. Who called you?
your kids.
What kid?
Oh my God.
You have kids? I don't know. Whoever's in the house.
That cop, let me pause this right here real quick, you guys. That cop is so disrespectful. So he asked him, who called you? He said, your kid. He said, what kid? You got kids? Like, dude, he knows he has kids. Like, oh God.
What was the argument about?
Our life? Our life? And it's destroyed.
It really is destroyed.
Because our life is destroyed.
Yes, it is. It's a firestorm at this
Why
point.
don't you understand?
I feel bad.
There's no money. There's no house. We're getting divorced one day and we're not the next.
Oh, I felt so
She's
bad.
other men. What do you want?
Oh God, Corey has lost it.
Calm down, but I don't have a life.
Oh,
I don't have somebody who won't listen to me.
Calm down.
oh,
You want to live this? You wouldn't have lasted
Calm
for a
down.
year.
oh, I feel so bad for Croy.
You wouldn't have lasted a day in this house.
Oh, poor Croy.
What's going on, Miss Serena?
I just like it's just been screaming at me for like
Girl, and then Kim want to play the victim. Kim want to play the victim. I actually really do believe. I feel bad for Croy. Oh my God. Yeah, at this point, I think that the judge needs to order that. Just look. I mean, if you guys actually see the video, watch the video. It's not a laughing matter. It's really not. I know I laughed. I wasn't laughing at the video. I was just laughing because, I mean, Corey is just flailing his arms and all that kind of stuff. But like he said, we don't have it ain't no house, no money. You come live in this shit. And I get what he's saying, and my heart goes out to Corey. I really do feel bad for Corey. Like, you literally got with a woman where y'all were living above your means. And now y'all are in a hill of debt that I don't know how y'all are going to crawl out from up under it. Yes, I know people might say they can file for bankruptcy, but bankruptcy doesn't stop the debt. Bankruptcy stops them from coming after you. That's all that bankruptcy does, is stop them from the creditors from coming after you. You have to make when you file for bankruptcy, you then have to tell what assets you have, how much money you have, and you still have to make those payments on it. You just pay whatever you can afford. Yikes. Again, I do believe that judge needs to order for these two to move out of that house, because now it's spewing over into the children, and the children are being affected by it. Like, these two are arguing with each other and the kids are calling the cops. That's when you know it's a problem. When your kids have to intervene and say, hey, my mom and my dad are arguing with each other, and it's kind of scary. Once again, that judge needs to step in and force them to, like, I know they're supposed to sell the house, right? Why are they selling that house? Because I thought they were supposed to sell the house. If somebody knows what's going on with them, please tell me in the comment section below, you guys, because I so don't remember it. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys, so another story that I want to talk about that I saw that I think is disgusting as hell is this story about this woman here in Texas. I cannot remember what her name is for the life of me, but it's been all over the news. So the woman is currently pregnant right now. I haven't kept up with the story this week, but I know that the woman is pregnant. This is a pregnancy that she and her husband did want, right? But at this point, the pregnancy is not viable. And you guys know here in Texas that Governor Hot Wheels, our governor, has has that 6 week ban on abortion. So you can't get an abortion after 6 weeks. If you're 6 weeks, you can't get an abortion after that point, right? So the woman went to her appointment, and through her appointment, I think that the baby has trisomy 13, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's what the baby has. So when the baby is born, it's a high probability that the baby won't survive when it's born. And then on top of that, this woman wants to be able to have a family with her husband. And so she went to a court, and a judge, ordered for it to be okay for her to get an abortion, right? Also, if she does not get the abortion, like I said before I went into another segment of it, she wants to have a family with her husband. She's 31 years old, I believe she is. And like I said, she wants a family with her husband. If she continues with this pregnancy, there's a slim possibility that she won't be able to have any more children. So that's what she's fighting for. One, the fact that she doesn't want to have a baby that is going to pass away. Like, that's inhumane as fuck. And then she does want to have kids with her husband, so she doesn't want her chances limited to have a family. So a judge agreed with her. Then I think it's Lieutenant Governor, can't stand him either, Ken Paxton. He went to the Supreme Court about this, and the Supreme Court, I think that the Supreme Court overruled the judge that said it was okay for her to get an abortion. So now this woman is literally dealing with the fact that either she has to carry this baby to term and it potentially pass away, or she has to go to another state where she can legally get an abortion. And this is just a thing, because I saw another story where a woman, her baby, and I think it's here too, because it was on our local news. A woman was pregnant. The baby that was inside of her, the baby was deceased. That baby was not living. That baby wasn't viable. And so she was starting to get sepsis. The woman literally was starting to get sepsis. And the doctors had to prove that this was an at-risk pregnancy in order to induce her labor. I was like, are you serious? What? I don't understand what it is. Here's my thing. I've stated it plenty of times before, and I'm going to state it one more time when it comes to my stance on abortion, right? I don't have a stance on abortion. That's what it is. It's not my body. I can't police to someone how to deal with their body. That's not for me to do. And it's not for anybody else to do. And then when it comes to people who, with the religious people who say that's going against God and all that stuff, not everyone prays to the same God that you pray to. Not everyone believes in God like you do. So you are, in fact, imposing your beliefs onto other people, and that is not right to do that to somebody. You don't, like, it frustrates me, it infuriates me, and it just gets on my nerves. And I'm so over this debate. Jesus, I don't like, y'all, the people on the other side, they screamed all 2020 about the fucking mask. My body, my choice. I don't want to wear a mask. But then you want to police what a woman does with her body. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I do not get it. It is contradictory is what it is. It's contradictory at best. But I pray for that woman and her husband. I hope that, they're able to get this abortion, if it's for, if because again, like she said, there's a potential that she won't be able to have kids with her husband. There's a potential that this, and I know we can say like, here it goes again, right? What I was just saying. Everybody doesn't believe in God. Everybody doesn't pray to the same God, right? We all don't do, no religion is the same. No person's about with religion is the same. Again, not everybody believes in the Lord, in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, like some of us do, right? So some of us would say, the people who believe in God, be like, I want to have this baby because I believe in God, and through him, God makes no mistakes, right? He's going to make a way where there is no way. And you guys don't have the final say so. He has the final say so when it comes to if this baby lives or if this baby doesn't live, right? And so that is some people's thoughts and beliefs. That is not everybody's thoughts and beliefs. So why are they imposing that onto other people? It's mind blowing. It's just a lot for me, and I don't think it's right. I think it's absolutely wrong. And this goes to the mistake of the people voting in that ass clown, that buffoon, that moron in 2016. That's all I got to say about that. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about that in the comment section below, you guys, and we'll pause here and wrap up. All right, you guys, so the last two things that I'm going to talk about, three things actually, it's just going to be very quick and we're going to breeze through them. I meant to talk about this last week. Amy Robach and TJ Holmes, you guys know I've talked about them at length on the channel, right? And their relationship. Now, it did come out recently that their exes are now currently dating each other. I was like, I know you're lying, but that is hilarious. What I was thinking about is like, girl, what is Christmas dinner gonna be like with these four? Like, I know it's gonna be awkward. Like, my mama is with your daddy, and your daddy is with my mama. Like, what? Your mama's with my daddy, and my dad is with your mama. How? Huh? It's not funny, but it's funny at the same time. The other thing that I want to talk about is Monica. Oh my God, you guys, I love me some Monica. Damn, I love me some Monica. But Monica, ma'am, how did you get your heart broken by a man that's in prison that ain't getting out no time soon? What did he do? Talk to other women via pen pal? I'm not trying to be shady or funny, but really, Monica, how did you get your heart broke by a sea murder? I'm just asking a question. I really want to know the answer. How did you get your heart broken by that man? Just asking. Y'all, another thing that I want to talk about very quickly, and we ain't staying on it no time. What is going on over there at Zeus Network, right? Not Tommy, but Jocelyn and Natalie Nunn fighting each other. Natalie talking about she beat Jocelyn up. This week is when she said that she beat Jocelyn up. She slept her, but the video came out and showed opposite that. Girl, you didn't sleep her. You did not sleep her. You went to hit her, and y'all both ended up on the ground together. So where did sleeping come in at? Then previously they had gotten into a fight. We didn't see that one. They said Jocelyn was, hiding a giraffe pussy, but I wouldn't be fighting Jocelyn. Sorry, especially if she on that booger sugar. Wouldn't be fighting that woman. Now I don't know what's going on. Like I said, what's going on with Zeus? Have they run out of content? Because I think they're in Vegas or whatever, and they're filming some stuff with Nick Cannon. Now, I did see a flyer that had light skin versus dark skin, and I was like, say what now? Are you serious? But it's the Zeus Network. They're trash as fuck. I don't support Zeus. I don't watch Zeus. I don't have Zeus. But if you guys have any thoughts and opinions about that, drop them in the comment section below, you guys. And then the last thing we're going to say is a bit of congratulations to our girl, Sierra, you guys. So Sierra and Russell Wilson had their baby girl. I forgot what her name was. They showed a picture of her. She's so cute. But yeah, you guys, that's all we got this week. Um, yeah, that's all we got this week, you guys. Be sure to like the video, you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your post notifications on and share the video, you guys. Now you guys know the thing. I try to do this at the same time, same place every week, but we're getting better with it. Not really. We're getting, well, yeah, I am getting a little bit better with it, but yeah, you guys, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video, you guys. Bye. I don't know why I put up 3 fingers. Bye, y'all.